Greetings from the black holes of Dakota Territory, United States of Adventure. Stan Gibilisco here. My hometown is Lead, South Dakota, L-E-A-D. A lot of people think it's lead, but it's lead, as in a lead for a mine, which leads me to the topic, one of the topics of this video. But I'll get to that one second. The first one is a ski area called Terry Peak, which of course is clearly out of business now. It was so warm today that I actually sweated working in the yard, which is unusual at any time for me to sweat. But it's been so cool here. Well, the Thunder Prowlers will return again tomorrow along with the cool June weather. A lot of people that give their, I don't know, I don't want to get Bill O'Reilly mad at me. A lot of people that give the skin off their ass in order to have some cool weather like we've got here and we'll have again. Number one is a world-class bobsled run. I would like to propose, if I were mayor, if I were the political sort and would run for mayor, I would press for a world-class bobsled run. I'm not talking about a place with a lot of room for an audience. I'm talking about a place where world-class bobsledders would come to practice. Possibly a luge run and other such things like that, to bring in some sophisticated tourists. That it would be what I would press for first. Now, as for what the residents would think of all this, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to do it. Somebody else might someday in the future, though, and I'm just putting an idea in their head. The second is more along the lines of what everybody would like to see, and that goes with the Sanford Underground Laboratory, a link to which you can find in my website, www.sciencewriter.net. Just go to Sanford Lab or Neutrino Lab or something like that. I would like to propose and press for an institute, which would be a branch of the University of South Dakota, which would basically be an elite physics center for people to get their PhDs and do advanced studies and graduate work in the sort of physics they do down in that lab, which someday may be as deep as 2 kilometers. Right now there's water up to about a mile's depth, or 1.609 kilometers, something like that. But eventually, if the economy is willing, and if we can find somebody ambitious enough to press for it, that's what I'd like to see here. And then really, number 3 out of 2 is some enterprising soul who would establish a little eatery, internet cafe in downtown Lead, which sorely needs something after they've gotten done fixing it up and revamping it. It would be a cafe where these professors and students could hang out, and anybody who wanted to go in and listen to them talk. It was a little bit like the Mauna Kea Observatory in the Big Island of Hawaii where I lived. There were professors and people like that there, and you couldn't necessarily tell the difference between them and an ordinary person unless they told you who they were. They looked quite ordinary, and they'd go in there looking quite ordinary and do whatever they do on the internet. And what I'd like to see that place called, the Dark Energy Cafe. What a perfect name for a place like that. You'd have to take the right kind of person, though, with the gall to name it that. But no one less than that kind of person could do such a thing anyway. Or be mayor and create the things I've suggested. But that'll get this town going. Stan Gibilisco signing off from the black holes, now having new meaning, of Dakota Territory, United States of Advanced Studies. Until next time, so long.